The Singapore Armed Forces, the bedrock of Singapore's defence and security, has transformed itself into the strong, professional defence force we are today. Round the clock, we defend our land, sea and air. Dedicated to our mission to enhance the peace and security of our home. We stand ready for Singapore when called upon, supporting our nation in our fight against COVID-19. Beyond that, we also supported and helped our friends in need. Even in the midst of the pandemic, the SAF continues to develop our capabilities. The resumption and successful completion of large-scale joint overseas exercises, Exercise Forging Sabre, Exercise Pacific Griffin, and Exercise Wallaby testify to our relentless drive to be an advanced, networked fighting force. But this is no longer enough. The fight is no longer confined to the traditional domains of air, land and sea. The future battlefield includes the digital realm. As the world undergoes a digital transformation, Singapore has also embraced digitalization as a way of life.
We conduct so much of our daily lives online, whether it is shopping, banking or just keeping in touch. If you look at the national level, we are trying to become a smart nation. We use it to work, to earn a living, and much of Singapore's infrastructure are actually operated digitally.
As one of the most open and digitized countries in the world, Singapore is exceptionally vulnerable to exploitative and digital attacks.
We also get most of our information not just from news websites today, but also social media and messaging apps. This makes us very susceptible to social media echo chambers, as well as misinformation spread that comes from trusted friends or family networks.
In 2021 alone, Singapore experienced several high-profile cyber attacks, including the data breaches of Singtel customer database and the OCBC phishing scam. These orchestrated attacks and campaigns took place online, but their intentions and effects on our population remain unknown.
In cyber, threat actors can come from around the world and beyond the region. They can hide behind fake names, photos, and even addresses. They can buy commercial services, which they can use for malicious purposes.
Security threats in the digital domain can readily impact events in the real physical world. This is already happening. As the SAF becomes more digital and networked, our surface area for attack will only continue to increase. Digital defense can no longer be an afterthought.
Non-kinetic threats target our C3, cognitive, connectivity and content. They can shape the information we receive or isolate and block off our connections to the world. In wartime, this can create a fog of war and influence our actions in it.
In war, the SAF needs to remain lethal. The complexity of the modern battlefield will place more exacting and challenging demands on the SAF. Our Army, Navy and Air Force will need to seamlessly tap on each other's capabilities to further reduce the sense-to-strike cycle. This will be aided by integrating new technologies, such as artificial intelligence, data analytics, machine learning, and cloud computing into military operations.
The fundamental problem confronting strike in the past has always been, where are the targets? It is a needle in a haystack problem, and the haystack is very big. And that's where good intelligence comes in. With good intelligence, you know where the targets are, the haystacks will become transparent, and the needle will be clear.
The next bound is how much can we be more agile in managing the large volumes of data to connect the dots together even as this data is streaming in. Big data technologies can be ported into our warfighting system to really help us see even faster and act even better.
The time has come for the SAF to expand its mission to defend in the digital domain. For the past decade, we have been progressively building our capabilities to enhance the resilience of the SAF's networks and systems.
The information age started in the 70s with the launch of the World Wide Web. By the 90s, we feel the impact, and this sparked the OpStack vision process. We saw changes in the concept of operations and new capabilities like the integrated command post able to deal with the slow and fast cycles, precision strike, and urban fighting. This drove the onset of an integrated SAF that's able to conduct a full spectrum of operations.
With information as the common currency, the SAF saw the synergies in bringing together intelligence and C4 to form C4I, so that together we can achieve a decisive edge for the SAF.
Inaugurated in 2012, C4I's mission is to help the SAF see first, see more, and operate and fight as one integrated and seamless system.
For over 20 years, the C4I community and its predecessors, the Military Intelligence Organization and Joint C4, have been supporting the three services in exercises and day-to-day operations.
From 911, we learned citizens can be radicalized and information can reach into the homes and minds. Enabled by technology and the cyberspace, radicalization can reach individuals easily and at a much faster pace. We saw the need to defend the hearts and minds of our people, so they remain committed to the idea of defense and Singapore.
As part of the SAF's campaign, we need to ensure that the digital space is defended, especially when it concerns Singapore's defense. We have also built and maintained our professional linkages with whole of government agencies to discover, detect, and engage threats that confront Singapore.
The growth of C4I also created dedicated capacity to raise, train, and sustain a pool of warfighters with the right intelligence and digital skill sets.
The launch of the Cyber NSF, C4X, and the Defence Cyber Experts vocation, and the establishments of the C4I wings in OCS are examples of progress we have made to build up our human resource capabilities.
The C4I today has been many years in the making and is now ready to evolve from a community to a full-fledged service. This year, we are establishing the Digital and Intelligence Service. The world has changed. The way the SAF fights will also have to change. The Digital and Intelligence Service will fight in tandem with our Army, Navy and Air Force, and we are ready for the next act.